Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Definition, and Netflix have just dropped their answer to Lost with the limited series The Island that just launched on the platform today. If the show's ending left you, well, lost, then don't worry, because I'm here to break down everything that you need to know about the series and its final few scenes. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if you haven't had a chance to watch all 7 episodes yet, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. With that out of the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now let's get into our breakdown of The Island. We follow a group of people that mysteriously wake up on the shores of an island with no idea how they got there or what exactly is going on. Each one of them has been given an object, and the enigmatic season really captures your interest from the beginning. The real drive of the season is about unearthing exactly who they are and why they've been seemingly chosen to be there. Some of the group show real leadership qualities, others alienate themselves, some even just want to sit around and sunbathe, and some have never seen Jaws before, so yeah, they get attacked by sharks and deserve to die. Don't at me. It should be a paradise, but everything starts to fall apart. After one of the characters is sexually assaulted, the series sort of takes a stance on the Me Too movement, with a female character making accusations about the attack and the males kind of denouncing it, even though we could see that it did indeed happen. The character even has a shell which, when blown into, sounds like a horn, which, yeah, is a bit on the nose, but she raises the alarm on things, and the person who attacked her goes unchecked and continues to do it to others, gaining positions of power throughout the introduction, which, yeah, it's a metaphor for people in positions of power constantly getting overlooked. 10 years ago, this would have been cutting edge, but these days especially, I feel like people are called out on things like this, quickly cancelled, and thus the commentary feels a bit outdated. The show is laced with things like this, and there's many metaphors for how people are demonized and manipulated into certain ways of thinking by certain authority figures. There's victim blaming, paranoia, and fake news all put together on the island to make a statement about how we as people and as society operate. What it boils down to though is an almost Hunger Games-esque fight for survival against a shadowy organisation that put them in the circumstances to study them. The main character Chase, played by Natalie Martinez, is constantly pulled in and out of the island, and we discover that the entire exercise is a simulation designed to study nature versus nurture, and if external circumstances dictate personality. With their memories erased, the overseers wish to see if some people are just inherently evil that will always do wrong no matter what. It's very esoteric, and I think that Mindhunters study the subject much better without hitting people over the head. The show thinks it's a lot smarter than it is, and for something that is supposedly showing the true nature of humans, seems to be far more focused on stereotypes rather than discussing true psychology. Each one of the group is a death row inmate that has a shady past, and the experiment is put in place to attempt to rehabilitate those who haven't led such a decent life thus far. It's largely karmic, and those who do evil acts end up getting paid back by the island in one form or another as punishment. The group slowly come to remember their history, and some are even shocked by what they've done, including Casey, played by Kate Bosworth, who can't come to grips with the fact that after cheating on her abusive husband, she killed her own children due to him stating that if she left she'd never see them again. It's pretty messed up, and Bosworth becomes the best actor in the show after her backstory-centric episode, and we watch as she slowly breaks, haunted by the spectre of her children, and it's probably the standout in the series. Even the happy moments, such as a budding romance, ends up being a seedy stalker story, and yeah, it's pretty much hell on Earth, or in a simulation. Others divide and play every man for themselves, and some try to flee to other islands to bite off more than they can chew literally, and it slowly spirals into chaos. Chase herself discovers that she has a shared history with another islander, and that they had a relationship after being together in the armed forces. Both are haunted by visions of Chase's mother, and similar to Casey, they slowly start to piece together their backstory. Whilst initially the audience is led to believe that Chase killed her mother, it was in fact an accidental death when Chase's husband, Cooper, and her mother fought over a gun. It went off, and as Cooper confesses to the crime, Chase is exonerated and freed, and we discover that the Warden is the evil mastermind behind it all. Afraid that Chase, once free, will announce to the public that he was trying to sabotage the program to show that those on death row don't deserve to live, he attempts to talk her out of it. It's very much a comment on rehabilitation as a whole, and it does weigh up the pros and cons of the death penalty, and how many view killing killers for killing is a contradiction. The final episode kind of breaks down just how ridiculous the entire experiment is as an idea, with the sharks in it, and yet it just says this isn't a good way to rehabilitate people. After Chase gives a statement, the Warden is caught red-handed trying trying to kill her, and hold on to your butts, because there's one more final twist in the entire thing. Chase learns that the islanders go into the simulation at the age that they committed the crime, and that she has actually served the majority of a life sentence already and is now quite elderly. The series ends with Chase learning that even though she was screwed over, she must learn to forgive, and the redemption that she found in the program, as well as the truth, is a reward in its own way. Which, okay, I guess. She's finally allowed to leave, and she heads out into the world to live her life. Chase is no longer judgmental and afraid in her mind, and therefore she is free. We then see the Warden waking up on the island with Cooper and KC holding spears over him, which showcases that because of his judgmental side, that he's now trapped in a prison of his own making, due to his prejudices, and that he will have to get used to island life. We end with the two roles flipped of a man in power now becoming a prisoner, and a woman who was a prisoner being set free, and overall it can be seen as an analogy for feminism and how the weak are currently rising up in society to take over those who've remained in power for centuries. But what did I think of the show overall? Well, the island is okay, I guess. I feel like throughout it was pretty predictable, and whilst it does still have some surprises, the over-the-top social commentary is hard to ignore. It all feels heavy-handed rather than subtle, and this makes the show sometimes eye-rollingly bad, especially with the amount of stereotypes that are there. This is purely down to execution, and whilst there are a number of elements that work as well as several performances that feel gripping, for a show that's trying to ape Lost, Inception and The Matrix, it falls flat in several ways. It's not out and out bad either, and at 7 episodes it's quite an easy binge or something to put on in the background when you're working, but as a piece of television I feel like there are better things to watch this weekend. Overall, I didn't hate the island, but I didn't love it either, and that's why it gets a 6 out of 10. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the island and what you took from it. Do you agree or disagree with me, and what would you score the show? Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it, and make sure you check out my breakdown of Netflix's The Spy, which will be linked after this. I go over everything you need to know about the show and the real life events that inspired it, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want something else to watch. If you want to come talk to me about movies, TV shows, games and comic books, then you can follow me on Twitter at DefinitionYT. It's the best way to get in touch with me, and it's the perfect place to suggest new videos and content, so hopefully I see you over there after this. Also, just want to let you know that we're giving away a free copy of Spider-Man Far From Home on Blu-ray, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on the island in the comment section below. The winner will be chosen at random on October the 15th, and the Blu-ray will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are never missing television, so if that's the kind of thing you like, you need to subscribe to Definition. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. You've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.